The following is an official Geeks Company presentation.
Welcome back to the Geeks Company, everybody. I'm JS, and today I want to talk about a franchise that was always very dear to me, and that is Star Trek. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, hang on, JS. You got all these Star Wars props behind you. You got DVD sets. You're a Star Wars guy. How are you a Trekkie? I'll let you in a little secret. I've always been a Trekkie. I'm always going to be a Trekkie. But before we get started, if you're brand new to the channel, please consider clicking the subscribe button below as well as the notification bell. This will make sure that you never miss a new upload and a new video from us. If you're not new to the channel, but you're not subscribed, what are you even doing? Hey, also make sure to go check out geeksoftheroundtable.podbean.com, the official home of the Geeks of the Roundtable podcast, powered by Cosplay Alliance. Now, you can also catch the podcast on a number of different platforms, including Google Podcast, Amazon Music, Audible, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and many more. Make sure to go check it out. Hey, we've got new episodes coming out every week. Anything geek culture related. Last week's episode, actually, we're talking about cosplay. So make sure you go check that out. Now, I want to talk about Star Trek today. Specifically, I want to talk about Star Trek Picard, because Paramount has officially announced that they are casting a new Borg Queen. Yeah, that's right. Annie Werching has been cast as the Borg Queen for Season 2 of Star Trek Picard. Now, Annie's the third actress to play the Borg Queen. Obviously, the first actress being Alice Krige. Alice played the Borg Queen in... she introduced us to the character. She played the Borg Queen in First Contact. She also played the Borg Queen in the series finale of Star Trek Voyager. And then Susanna Thompson also came in and played the Borg Queen on 3 episodes of Voyager. Funny enough, Susanna Thompson also played 3 other characters. I say 2, but 3. That's right, 3 other characters in Star Trek. 2 on The Next Generation and 1 on Deep Space Nine, the best Star Trek show ever. That's right, folks. I said it. Now, Alice Krige played a chilling Borg Queen on First Contact. Like I said earlier, she's the actress who introduced us to the character of the Borg Queen, actually to the whole idea of there actually being a Borg Queen within the Borg Collective. What we got to see in First Contact was a very cold, chilling, emotionless, calculating, great villain overall. Probably one of the best villains to come out of Star Trek The Next Generation. That being said, when they brought the Borg Queen to Star Trek Voyager, they replaced Alice with Susanna Thompson. Now, I don't believe I had ever actually seen Susanna Thompson in anything before that, but she did a fine job. Obviously, you could tell it's not the same actress. They weren't trying to hide the fact that it was a different actress. I think they were, however, trying to get Susanna Thompson to act like Alice Krige. Whether or not that worked, I guess, is up to you. I thought she did a fine job. That being said, they did bring back Alice Krige for the series finale of Voyager. So Susanna Thompson played 3 episodes, and then for the series finale, well, they replaced her with the original Borg Queen, Alice Krige. Now, this new person, her name, let me just go back here, is Annie Werching. Now, I've never seen Annie in anything other than in 24. That's the show 24 with Kiefer Sutherland. I'll admit that was years ago. I don't actually remember much of the character. I remember the name of the character. I remember liking the character. 24 was a great show. So she had to have done a pretty good job. That said, I can really tell, like when I'm looking at pictures over here of Annie Werching, and maybe I'll put a picture here so you folks can all see, she really has that facial structure that Alice Krige and Susanna Thompson have. So I think in makeup it's going to work as long as her acting is half decent. I think it's going to be a half decent portrayal. Now, Picard Season 2. What do we know so far? By the way, spoilers to everybody. If you have not seen Picard Season 1, make sure you do not watch this video, because I'm just about to spoil something big, because Season 1 ends with, this is your last chance to leave now, Picard dying. That's right. Picard dies at the end of Season 1 and then comes back as an android, or a synthetic, as they like to call them. They don't call them androids anymore, even though they're technically descendants of Data. They call them synthetics now. So Jean-Luc Picard is now a synthetic. They also leave a Borg cube behind, crashed on that planet where all the synthetics are. So is that why the Borg Queen is back? Is she back to collect the cube? Has the cube or some of the drones inside the cube somehow reconnected to the collective, and now she knows they're there? I don't know. What else do we know? The teaser trailer. So the teaser trailer starts with Picard saying the line, "The true final frontier is time." And then you have imagery of an hourglass running backwards. You have an image of the Reckoning tablet from Deep Space Nine sitting on a table in, well, what looks to be Picard's study. And then it reveals the voice of Q, voiced by John Delancey, obviously, saying, "The trial never ends." And that's it. That's pretty much all you get out of the teaser trailer. And then we get the full trailer. And the full trailer starts off with actually John Delancey reprising his role as the omnipotent Q. Now, is he going to be the big bad of the season? Who knows? The trailer also talks about messing with time. We see things like Rios now wearing a comm badge, even though we know Rios is no longer in Starfleet. We see 7 of 9 waking up with no implants either on her face or her hand, which tells us that, hey, maybe she hasn't been assimilated by the Borg. We also know that Patrick Stewart himself invited Whoopi Goldberg to reprise her role as Guinan in season 2. And now, like I said, now we've officially been announced by Paramount that they cast Annie Werching as the Borg Queen. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. There's a lot of rumors. And we're going to break that down a little bit. But there's one specific rumor that I buy into a little bit. I don't want to talk about that one. And that rumor is specifically that Picard, season 2, is going to be a time travel story. And then again, you're going to say, but yes, Star Trek has done time travel so many times. Why are they going back to those old tropes? Well, hang on. Stick with me for a second. Let me explain. And we're going to look back at some of the evidence that we were just presented. The Reckoning tablet. Now, the Reckoning tablet, for those that don't know, is an artifact that was found. It wasn't found on Deep Space Nine, but on the show Deep Space Nine, they found the Reckoning tablet. The Reckoning tablet held a Pah-wraith and a Prophet. Now, prophets, or the wormhole aliens, or however you want to call them, are known to live outside of our regular time and space. Clue number 1. Then there's the hourglass. You know, the hourglass from the first teaser trailer that's running backwards, that is filling the top of the hourglass instead of running down the hourglass. Finally, in the main trailer, someone says the line, "Time has been broken." Now, if you listen closely, personally, I think that the person that actually says that line is the Borg Queen. But then you also have different characters in different settings while this is being said. Again, the Rios with a comm badge, the 7 waking up with no implants. So time has been broken. Something is going on with different timelines. Then, in the full trailer, you've got Q that says the line, which, you know, I love John Delancey's voice. I really hope John Delancey is able to, I don't want to say rescue Picard. A lot of people enjoyed Picard. I loved Picard season 1, even though it got a lot of flack. I really hope John Delancey is the one to bring fans back together to Picard, because frankly, he was one of my favorite parts of the show. But John Delancey says the line, as right at the beginning of the trailer, "Welcome, my friend, to the very end of the road not taken." Now, if that doesn't sound like a different timeline line to you, I don't know what does. So we're definitely dealing with the time travel story. Now, the rumors. So let's talk about the rumors here and where people think this is going. So obviously we've got all this time travel, timeline imagery going on. People, I think, assume automatically that it's going to be Q's fault, and that somehow Q is going to show up at a point where Picard's at his lowest. Picard is now rethinking his life choices. He is now no longer living flesh and blood and is now a synthetic, which means that technically he's going to live forever. which for somebody like Picard, who knows how that could mess with him? Something could have happened. Who knows? And lo and behold, here comes Q, and the trial never ends. And people seem to be under the impression that we're going to get some sort of a revamp of the Tapestry episode where Q takes Picard back to the past so that Picard can change that one event in his life, that one fight where he got stabbed in the back, well, technically stabbed in the heart, which gave him that drive to always push and always be better and always do more to eventually become Captain Picard. I'm going to stop it right there. I think people are completely wrong with the way that this theory is going. Although, yes, I do think it is a time travel theory. This is what I think is going to happen. Picard comes back, realizing now that he's an android. He still has hundreds, if not thousands of years left in him. Now is the time to try to get the Federation back together, to revamp what the Federation has now become in his timeline. All to find out that everything he fought for in season 1 gets destroyed by the Borg. As the Borg Queen shows up to collect the crashed Borg cube and assimilates all the synthetics on that planet. This being too heavy for Picard to bear, decides that, hey, we need to do something. Picard decides on a whim, you know what? This is too important. Even if we have to break time, we need to go back in time. Picard is going to find a way, whatever way that is. Maybe the prophets, maybe the wormhole aliens, maybe, just maybe, we're going to see Cisco again. Maybe Cisco is the prophet that's going to come and help Picard go back to the past and change whatever event that they want to use as a MacGuffin to, the rest of the show. Obviously, when they come back, they will have broken time. Everything will have changed. Everything will be different now. I think it's going to be even worse. This is when I think Q is going to show up. This is when we're going to find out that everything that originally happened with the Borg Queen finding the Borg cube crashed on this planet and the synthetics all being assimilated, we're going to find out that somehow it was Q's fault. Somehow Q caused that event that caused Picard to go back in time, that caused Picard to change things, to create that butterfly effect, that ripple in time. That means that when they come back, everything's changed. Everything is different. Seven's never been assimilated by the Borg. Rios is now in Starfleet. Picard is no longer an android. He's Picard again. Where does that go from there? That's what we're going to see soon. Now, I do, however, think that the Borg Queen's role in season 2 of Picard is actually going to be more of a cameo. I don't think it's going to be a big role. I think she's going to have a very small part. She's probably going to be in it for an episode or two. She might have a recurring role, as in she'll be in a couple episodes throughout the season, but I don't think she'll be really a main character of the show. We're undoubtedly going to see more cameos like we did in season 1. Who are we going to see in season 2? I'm almost more interested in finding out who those cameos are going to be. Are we potentially going to see old faces in a Marvel what-if style scenario? Who knows? So Picard season 2, what do you think is going to happen? Are they going to find some way to bring Picard back with all this time travel stuff? Who's going to make cameo appearances this season? Is this going to somehow play into the future state of the Federation as seen in Discovery's now future? Let me know in the comments below, and while you're down there, make sure you smash that like button. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay geeky, and I will see you next time.